people living in Queen Valley are back home after a brief evacuation. The trouble started with a brush fire in the small town east of the valley.
But strong winds and dry conditions led to bigger concerns, and this is unfortunately turning out to be the norm this year because it is dry out there. Fox 10's Brian Webb joins us live tonight with more. Brian?
Hey guys, yeah, no rain around here for more than 150 days now. Lots of wind gusts coming through Arizona, and then all it takes is a spark. Add it all up, and every season is now fire season. A morning brush fire caused big concerns today in the small town of Queen Valley. Half the town evacuated and the other half got ready to go. We caught up with Dale Wiesner and a handful of others on the outskirts of town.
I went outside and looked at it. I seen it was coming right over the top of the park itself. But the wind was blowing quite heavily, and so we didn't know what to do.
It's not only the flames, but the conditions that cause concern. Strong winds and dry brush, a recipe for disaster, a lot like they're seeing in L.A.
It's dry, and it just makes everything ready to spark, ready to ignite at one small spark. And we have that potential year-round.
Dolores Garcia is with the Bureau of Land Management. She says 2024 wildfires were well above the national average, and 80% of all wildfires are human-caused. But there are things you can do.
Now is the time to look in and around your home, understand your risk, look to create that defensible space. Don't take for granted that you may live in kind of an urban environment. If it's dry, if it'll catch fire, there's potential.
As for Queen Valley, this brush fire turned out to be a false alarm. But what happened because of it seems to be the new norm, and actually has been for a while.
But the wind really makes it tough, on the firefighter. There are a lot of fire trucks, sheriff's department and stuff when we came out of town. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
And hoping for the best, I'm
sure. Sure, we always are. A lot of our dear friends are here, all just kind of waiting.
So beyond that defensible space around your home, cars cause a lot of fires. Don't drag chains and don't park on dry brush. No word yet what started today's brush fire, although there are no reports of any injuries or major damage. Live in Phoenix, Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Brian, thank you for that. But we did have gusting winds across the valley today.
Yeah, meteorologist Erica Horvatine is here with when they'll calm back down. Erica.
Hey guys, they're working on it. So we did end up seeing some very high gusts earlier this morning. That upper level jet stream wind I was talking about yesterday was still making its way over portions of the state this morning, which led to some very windy conditions as those mixed down during the morning hours. So 58 mile per hour wind gusts were measured in Flagstaff, and out toward where that fire started, there were winds up to around 33 miles per hour or so. And we ended up seeing those winds up to around 25 in parts of Phoenix. Those winds have died down since earlier, and right now the maximum gusts are coming in up to around 31 in Flagstaff, 25 in Sedona, and then lighter down here in the valley. As we go through this evening, these winds will continue to die down. We're seeing the highest winds out towards Chandler and Apache Junction right now, but for the rest of the metro area, we are not seeing any major gusts, just some very light sustained winds. So those winds are already working their way down, and with the northerly winds today, it kept that cool air coming into the high country. We only managed to warm up 1 degree in Phoenix with a high of 65 for our afternoon. Up north, it was still only 32 degrees in Flagstaff and the 40s for Prescott, Sedona, and Payskin. Only 34 in Show Low today. Certainly a cold one, and I'm sure you guys are ready for a little bit of a warm up. The good news is that it's on the way. So we'll be seeing warmer temperatures, especially tomorrow and Saturday, as high pressure builds in over our area. Right now, we're starting to cool things down by just a couple of degrees, and we'll likely sit right around here or drop only 1 or 2 more degrees through the next couple of hours. 62 at 6 p.m., 57 by around 7 p.m., and dropping into the 40s by 9. So another cool night out there, but tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to be seeing the return of some milder and more seasonable weather, as we have been a bit cooler than normal lately. So I'll be tracking those temperatures and letting you know how long they're going to last in my full forecast.
Erica, thanks. Firefighters in Southern California continue to get a handle on the Hughes fire today, burning north of Los Angeles near Six Flags Magic Mountain. Since erupting yesterday, that fire has charred more than 10,000 acres. It's 24% contained tonight. Some evacuation orders have been lifted. Interstate 5 through the Grapevine is now back open. But stay with Fox 10 for continuing coverage of the wildfires burning in California and any fires that pop up here in Arizona. We'll have the latest updates here on Fox 10. You can also head to our website, fox10phoenix.com.
A Valley woman charged with killing a rideshare driver by running him over multiple times with his own car. It happened Tuesday night, 40th Street and Baseline. Police say 31-year-old Jordan Spalding got into an argument with 74-year-old Samuel Webster. She took control of his car and then ran him over in the street. Spalding told police that Webster, she claimed, had attempted to rape her. She's also admitted to using fentanyl that day. Investigators did not find any evidence that Spalding had been attacked. She's charged with second-degree murder.
A federal judge has temporarily put the brakes on President Trump's executive order ending birthright citizenship. Attorneys general from 22 states, including Arizona, sued to block his executive order that would have ended the 14th Amendment. It grants automatic citizenship for children born in America to illegal immigrants or mothers who are temporary residents. Today, the judge called Trump's order, quote, blatantly unconstitutional.
I'd like to remind Donald Trump that the United States became the most powerful, most prosperous nation on earth, not in spite of immigrants, but because of them.
Citizenship should be earned through a shared commitment to the values and laws of our country, not automatically granted by the mere circumstance of birth.
House Republicans have introduced a bill similar to Mr. Trump's executive order. The president himself suggested earlier today that they plan to appeal today's ruling.